Hi guys, welcome back. I know you can't see it because you're not in my living room, but I have scarves tied to my ceiling fan so they spin around, and it's supposed to entertain my baby. And as you could tell in the last video, he thought it was very funny. So now that he's seen him for a little bit, he should be a little bit calmer, and hopefully you won't hear him as much in this video. So for this video, we're going to continue with lifting with a lever. Remember I said I'm going to teach you how to make a miniature seesaw. So bear with me for a second here. I'm going to tilt the camera downward so you can see what I'm working with. And I have a marker, a ruler, and a box of crayons. And what I want to do is I want to be able to lift this box of crayons using one finger. So instead of picking it up, I want to be able to lift it with one finger. And I'm going to use a lever to do that. So remember that a lever is a pivot or a fulcrum, which is going to be my marker, with a beam over it. And that's going to be my ruler. And I'm going to put it right in the middle, right here on the 6-inch mark, because that's the middle of a ruler. And then I'm going to put my crayons on one end. And then using my lever, I can lift this box of crayons using one finger. Oh, it didn't work very well on this one, did it? Remember what we said about it being twice as far away? We're going to need to do that with our box of crayons. So I'm going to put this a little closer to the pivot. And then I'm going to lift. You see how it lifts the box all the way off? Okay, I'm going to move the camera back up now. Hi again. All right. There are other examples of levers all around your house that may not be so obvious to you. You can find them in the bathroom, you can find them in your office, wherever. Another example of a lever might be a pair of tweezers. And my tweezers are a little weird. The ones that you are probably familiar with are hooked at the end like this, and then they clip together like that. The fulcrum would be right here where these touch. And it lets you take a little bit of effort to do something a little bit bigger. If you want to get crazy with it, we'll look at these. This actually has two fulcrums because both sides pin. So it's like two sets of tweezers in one. So here's one fulcrum, and there's the other. Kind of hard. And then another example I found around my house, I don't know what you have around yours, is my kitchen scissors. And I do not want you using your mom and dad's kitchen scissors. So mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, whoever they are, don't use the kitchen scissors. They're super sharp. But I thought this would be the easiest thing for you to see in the video. Right here is the fulcrum. This is where the pivot is. And this makes it really easy to see because you can literally see the two blades moving around the pivot, which to me helps me understand what that word means. But this is another simple tool that helps me do something. Okay. All right, that's it. So your homework for tonight is going to be a lever worksheet. The first question is going to ask you about a piece of playground equipment that is an example of a lever. The second one is going to ask you where you should push to make this box lift. And what you need to know there is remember that we have to be twice as far away from where the box sits. So if the box is this far away from your pivot, then you need to push twice as far away from the pivot. So look for the arrow that's twice as far away. Okay. What are some examples of materials you could use to make a simple lever? Think about this second video. What did I use to make a lever? And then is a door a type of lever? And then it's going to ask you where you would want to push on the door in order to make it open. So if you're not sure, go find a door. Where do you have to push on it to get it to open? Do you push next to the hinges or do you push by the doorknob? Bye, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.